Hello and welcome to a new video, and hello and welcome to my favorite team so far this season. To be fair, there's going to be a video most likely tomorrow somewhere where there is a different team that is my favorite team out of a completely different reason. But like gameplay wise, this is my favorite one. Was my favorite one so far. And the main reason is going to be Hypno. I actually have a way better Shadow Hypno that I wanted to run. Instead of this one, which had the legacy move Psyshock, I used 12 TMs on it, and I didn't get the move I wanted otherwise, which was Thunder Punch, in order to hit Pokemon like the Empoleon for super effective damage, which you cannot hit with Psychic typing. I didn't get the move on it, and so I was forced to run this one here, which already had the Ice Punch and the Thunder Punch, which I had already from like old seasons, like really old, like really long ago. And honestly, it was a lot of fun to play. And I do think that still the Psyshock version is better for this Pokemon. I don't really see the point of using an Elite TM on getting this Psyshock on this Pokemon here, though, because it doesn't have the perfect AVs that I had before. But Hypno itself is absolutely underrated. Like, if you haven't tried out Hypno yet, you should. You absolutely should. Hypno is one of the best Pokemon I have played so far by quite a while. Like, this thing it's ridiculous. Like, this Pokemon is so good, because what you have is you have a Pokemon that has perfect coverage here, even with this moveset, because Bolt Beam, basically what you say to Ice and the electric type coverage is basically not resisted other by like one or two different types, which is really rare to see them. And then you have Confusion damage, which A, now generates energy fast, and B, does a lot of fast move pressure, which is also stab. So, basically what you have is, you have a Pokemon that has a ton of pressure with a fast move, and gets to their charge moves after only 3 uses of the fast move, so 12 turns total, which is also very solid. This was not the case previously, because now the energy generation of Confusion is higher, which now allows this Pokemon to get to like those 40 energy moves way faster. And yeah, honestly, Hypno was ridiculously good. Like, this thing was just perfect. Like, it literally destroyed opponent after opponent. It was wild. And here we get completely hardwalled in the second battle. I'm not too sure if this is going to matter or not. Let's see. We are going to have the player off coming through. I'm not going to get to another move. I have to still get to a move here with my Hypno. I could see us losing here, though, because I do think that they're still going to get definitely to another Bone Club here. And I do think that the opponent's Murkrow is just going to outspeed us, so we're sadly going to lose this battle here. I'm curious if a Thunder Punch would have done enough damage. I do think it mostly would have, because Murkrow doesn't have a defense stat. But yeah, this is going to be it for this battle. Let's move on to the next one. Hypno is like such a great defensive Pokemon generally, by the way. Like, this Pokemon is, while it does a lot of damage, and while it has great coverage, it also just can sit there and be good against nearly every single Pokemon. The only real weakness that this Pokemon has is, Ghost and Dark-type Pokemon, which resists the Psychic typing, and kind of a bit of Steel-type Pokemon as well. And if you're going to take a look at the most common Steel-type Pokemon, currently it's going to be Empoleon, a Pokemon that we can deal with our backline as well. And again, for the Ghost and Dark-type Pokemon, we have Greninja and the Dedenne, which can counter both of them. But not only this, Dedenne and Greninja together work quite well as well to counter each other's weaknesses, as Dedenne is, for example, mainly weak against like the Ground-type Pokemon, which you can deal with the Greninja. Greninja is going to be weak against the Fighting-type Pokemon that you can deal with Dedenne. So it's not like an ABB style line at all. It's way more like an ABC style line, which is kind of rare nowadays. So like lead that's a certain way, a Sales-Up that's cool and like has its own play and helps with the lead out, but like the closer is not the same as the Sales-Up as well. Like, they all have kind of like the different kind of roles, which is something that you don't really see as commonly anymore in that kind of way. But like, it's more of a mixture between ABC and ABA as well, because you can just use the lead as like something to align yourself. And I don't know, I really enjoy this team. I think it's such a great team combination here as well. And I went way positive with this team. That being said, though, I feel like always kind of my editing software gets me lost in the beginning. I had way more wins with this team than losses, and I had a lot of fun with this team, which is also mainly a thing there. I really enjoyed Hypno. Hypno was such a good thing, but also Dedenne is showing here in today's video as well why I think it's going to be a busted Pokemon for the future. I think Dedenne is so broken. But yeah, let's take a look here real quick at the Greninja against the Meganium. The cool thing here is that we got them kind of low, and we're going to be in a position now where Hypno can come in and just get energy. And when Hypno gets energy, there's basically no Pokemon that can really come in against you. Here we have Greninja, we can still take a hit, but we can also go for a Thunder Punch and then get the shield from the opponent, and then we have a shield advantage for our Dedenne. And as long as they don't completely hardwall us as well, that they did in the battle before, we should be alright here. We are going to be able to use a shield against the Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon is just going to do a little bit too much, but they actually go for the Night Slash, and they reveal that they're going to have the Terrible Flame in the back. And with that, we can go for the Parabolic Charge. This would knock them out, but they decided to use a shield to then just take another hit and go down, so thanks for that, and this is going to be it for this battle. We can move on to the next opponent, and yeah, let's see what they're going to have there. And that's what I like about this team as well. There's like so much difference, different coverage that you can do. Here, by the way, Tropius is a Pokemon that I did not really realize how strong it can be in this meta. Of course, we have not the other Pokemon anymore, what's called, not anymore the Jumpluff around. Jumpluff kind of got nerfed to the Aerial Days. But actually I forgot that this Pokemon learns Brutal Swing. Completely forgot about it. I did not expect it, I did not really see it coming. But no matter what, this is going to be a very favorable matchup for us. We're always going to be able to win this. And oh no, they're going to go to the Blastoise. I have a Electric type here. I still have Thunder Punch on my Hypno still stored. I still have Ice Punch still on my Hypno stored. I am in a very good position. And weirdly enough, the opponent decides to use a shield here, which I really don't get why. Because what we just have here is a position where we're going to be able to take a hit, but we're also still going to be able to survive here with a Parabolic Charge, knocking them out with like quite solid HP. I don't think it was the right choice from the opponent. I have, the Feraligatr coming in. I guess they're going to try to catch, which works out great for them. That's alright for them. I don't really mind that at all, but we are going to be able to win this battle here, guaranteed, because what we'll see is the opponent going for their own charge move. I can just go for the farm down here. And now I have 2 Thunder Punches stored. And guess what? 2 Thunder Punches against a Feraligatr is going to be quite good for us. First one comes in, going to nearly one-shot them already. And with that, it kind of showcases again on how good Hypno is going to be. Like, Hypno got buffed so much in the last few seasons. With Side Shot getting buffed, with all the elemental punches getting buffed, now Confusion getting buffed. Hypno is going to be such a good Pokemon now in the future as well. And I like this one because it's a Pokemon that actually had a lot of potential and like a lot of play. Back in the day, it actually was dominating the meta kinda before, just because there was like such a Swiss Army knife with all of the punches on it. You were able to just use it in order to basically, back in the day, we had like a meta of Altaria, Azumarill. You're neutral with the fast moves against both of them, but you're going to be super effective with a charge move against both of them. And we're kind of back to that meta, to be fair. Like, that's the kind of thing that I like the most, is on how kind of similar this meta feels. Like, not 100%, absolutely not, but it's very, very close to what we had as a meta when GO Battle League first started. Like, literally, we have Altaria back in there, we have Azumarill as like a top meta Pokemon, we have like the other Dragon type Pokemon which we had before as well already. Of course, there are more Pokemon added since then, so they're never gonna completely disappear. But from what they could have done, I felt like they're very, very close to what the meta was looking at, like basically in the beginning of the GO Battle League generally. So I just really, really enjoyed that. So next up, we're going to have the Regidrago. Actually, by the way, Dusclops also was at a point in the beginning very, very common. Before XL even, where people were running like a higher spread for it because of the punches that it had as well. But it got buffed a lot in like recently as well, with Hex being buffed, with Shadow Punch being buffed, with the Elemental Punches being buffed, with Poltergeist being added on the Dusclops now, where we just saw it there. Like, all those things kind of help, of course, those old school Pokemon as well, which is kind of nice. But I always kind of love when we have Pokemon that, yeah, were good before, then disappeared, and now are back again, because a lot of people just have them built. Like, for me, I didn't need to build a new Hypno. I wanted to get like a different moveset on it, but that didn't work out, which is alright. But yeah, I just really think it's such a cool thing to have like Pokemon again here that were good before already and just kind of fell off. Anyway, we're going to have a Greninja against Corviknight. Corviknight, of course, more Pokemon that is recently added to the game and recently been good at the game. But as you can see here, we are going to be able to just go for the Hydro Cannon, get that KO, and see the swap out here from us as well, which is going to work out quite well. This is going to be Night Surge, it's going to be resisted. They're going to get the double boost onto them though, which is going to be a bit annoying, but they still forfeit, so it is what it is. We can move on to the next opponents. So, yeah, we are going to be able to here go up now against the Gastrodon, a Pokemon that's doing quite a lot of damage, but as you can see as well, Hypno's not really going to have the biggest troubles against it. It really doesn't have the biggest troubles here against this Pokemon. We can just go for the Ice Punch, get the shield, and I do think that if I play it out perfectly the entire time, I have not really a chance of losing this one. But even like this, we're going to be able to catch the move here. It's very likely going to be the Water Pulse against the Greninja. which is resisted damage. They're now on farm down range for even my other Pokemon there, even for my Dedenne. And so we're going to be in a great spot as they're going to go into their Corviknight, again giving me an option to farm them down here with Dedenne as well afterwards. It's going to be great. Sky Attack's coming through though, which is an interesting choice there, not to go for the Air Cutter, which is honestly still a choice that you can definitely make in order to have like the immediate damage there. But as you see here, Sky Attack is not going to do too much against us. So but into Gust Drone, this doesn't really help them at all. In comes Skeldurge, and this is going to be a matchup again that we can deal with quite easily. We are just going to be able to go for that double parabolic charge, and we can survive even another fast move, and we should get to our next parabolic charge before they can go for their own charge move, and with that, they're just screwed. Like, they have nothing that they can do here anymore. Like, what's going to happen for them? Like, literally, what's going to happen for them? Nothing. We can move on to the next opponent. So, let's see who we're going to have. Next, we're going to have Hypno against Empoleon. That is going to be an interesting one here. We're going to swap out into that Greninja, and we can go ahead and use a shield against them. That's going to be a drill pick coming through. We can see here the Dragonair coming in. We can go for 2 charge moves there as well against the opponent. We're going to be able to definitely get the shield with that as well. And so we're going to be in our right spot, especially when we can go ahead and go for the swap here into the Dedenne. Not in time though, that's a bit annoying. But as you guys see here, we're gonna have now the fast moves coming through still from the Hypno. We can take a hit, it's not gonna be too threatening. They're always gonna get to one move there anyway. And as we will see, we're gonna be able to get that KO. In comes Empoleon, in comes the swap into the Golurk. This was a great swap by the opponent. This is going to help them so much because an Ice Punch nearly would have one-shot them there. I don't even get to that Ice Punch, which is even worse. And now I don't really have Pokemon to deal with the opponent anymore. So, yeah, this is going to be it most likely for this game. Well done there. Wait, what? They let the move go? Why did they let the move go? Still, I do think they're going to win this battle here because I think they can farm us down. Great catch. If they didn't catch the move there, I would have been... they would have definitely been screwed there, but... Well done. I, of course, didn't know that they have a Golurk in the back, but I do think that the Golurk Empoleon core is kind of a good idea. But yeah, again, here, we're going to have the Hydro Cannon coming through, going to knock us out, and we can move on to the next opponent. We are going to have Murkrow here. This is going to be an interesting Pokemon against Murkrow, one of the Pokemon that got buffed quite significantly this season. And there's going to be, by the way, another video tomorrow, most likely, where I had like the funniest team I've ever played. Honestly, you can't, like, when you see the team and when you see the success with the team, you will not believe it. There is a Pokemon in the team tomorrow that is only getting up to like 1260 CP. And it was completely destroying opponents. I kid you not. Like, you're gonna see the video tomorrow. It's only Pokemon that are on their first stage of their evolution as well, which is kind of hilarious, and they all evolve still. So, yeah, definitely stay tuned for tomorrow's video. As you're gonna have here now the Marowak against us. We're going to be able to go for the Ice Punch, and we can knock them out here with another fast move, or we just let the move go. I could even farm them down here with the Dedenne, but I can also go into... Wait, I only have the Dedenne left, never mind. I get a ton of energy here. Can we still win this battle? Murkrow is going to go down. We have now a shield advantage, plus energy advantage, plus the boost on ourselves against the Corsola. I do think we're going to be fine here. We just have to go for 2 players, I think, to knock them out. Of course, we're going to be forced to use a shield here as well. This Nightshade is coming through. We can go ahead and go for another charge move against the opponent, which is going to be the player of here, and another one is coming through straight afterwards. They're winning us this battle here, and we can move on to the final one for today, where we will face Stunfisk. Again, this is going to be such an alright matchup for us, and this is like the cool thing, and that's why I love this one so much, is we just have that great matchup with Hypno against nearly everything, because Bolt Beam has so much type coverage. Like, literally, you're gonna be able to hit like ground type Pokemon, water type Pokemon, flying type Pokemon, and with both of the moves actually. You have like so much potential. Oh wow, Jellicent, we have Thunder Punch there as well, but we also have 2 great ants in the back. We have Greninja and we have the Dedenne in the back. Both of them are going to be amazing against the Jellicent, so there's no point of me like staying in here. And so what we are going to be able to do is we're just gonna let the move go. Shadow Ball's coming in. And we are going to get the Night Slash off against the opponent. This is perfect. This is going to allow us to get the KO. In comes that Stunfisk. We can let the move go as well. And with that, we are going to be all down to our Hypno and our Dedenne. But again, we have Hypno with that coverage. And what do they want to do? Like, people don't expect this Pokemon. Like, people really underestimate Hypno right now. I would so recommend you to run Hypno. Hypno, I think, is going to get more play in the meta as well. I do think people are going to start running this Pokemon. And I kid you not, I know it's completely gone from the meta currently. Nobody's running it. I haven't seen it at all, but it's such a good Pokemon. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.